Hi, I'm Nick, and I'm here to support you to become the best version of yourself, to achieve those out of reach goals, and to discover those hidden capacities that you have within you. And today I want to talk to you about mindsets and the appropriate mindset to produce the most success in your life. Now, the first thing I want to say about mindset is that it's not anyone's fault, not yours, not anyone else's fault, the mindset that we have. It's one of those things that we get unconsciously and we therefore need to change consciously. So the first thing around mindsets is to become aware of the mindset that you have. And the two that I want to start talking about to start with are a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. And a fixed mindset is one that believes that the quality of your attributes, such as your intelligence, your sportiness, your creativity, is fixed. And you can learn new things, but essentially you can't really change the level of intelligence you have or the level of creativity you have. And the consequence of a fixed mindset is, first of all, if you're like me and you used to believe that you weren't creative, like I didn't, you don't do anything that's creative. And if you don't do anything that's creative, well, shock horror, you don't become creative. And particularly if you're doing this when you're at school, which is when I came up with my idea that I wasn't creative, and then all my friends carried on doing creative things, and surprisingly enough, they became better at them. I didn't do any creative stuff, didn't improve at all, and in my mind, I was worse than they were because they were going off and getting better and better, and I wasn't. So that's the consequence of a fixed mindset. It leads to people trying to prove themselves over and over again. And there are various things that contribute to getting a fixed mindset. For example, positions in class. If you're top of the class, you will do whatever you can to hold that position, which doesn't allow yourself the freedom to make mistakes because you've got to prove yourself. Comparing yourself to others, and it's not just you comparing yourself to others. Other people, our parents, often compare us to others, to our siblings, to other children that they know, to how they were as children. And it all leads to a fixed mindset. So as I said earlier, it's not your fault if you have a fixed mindset. The opposite to a fixed mindset is a growth mindset. And the growth mindset says it doesn't matter how intelligent you are, how creative you are, how sporty you are, there's always room for improvement. And with practice, we will improve. And I think for the vast majority of us, that is the truth. It doesn't mean that we'll end up as the best at whatever, because there's probably a natural limit to each of us. I might take up ballet dancing, but I suspect the Royal Ballet isn't going to come calling. But it doesn't mean I can't get better. And that's the point of it. I can always get better if I'm prepared to invest. It allows me the freedom to try things, to make mistakes without getting too het up about it. I'll just make mistakes, learn from them, move on. So the consequence of a growth mindset is to improve oneself, beg your pardon. The fixed mindset leads to trying to prove oneself, and a growth mindset leads to us wanting to improve ourselves. So hold on to that, and the key question for you is not do you have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset, but the key question I'd like you to take away is where Where do you have a fixed mindset? Because I bet there's lots of places in which you have a growth mindset and the places that you have a fixed mindset. And those places that you have a fixed mindset, they're holding you back. So when you find out with that, look after that area and go practice, go play, go make some mistakes. Another mindset that I want to share with you is a gratitude mindset. And there's been lots of studies that show that when we have an attitude of gratitude, that we relate to the world differently. And so it's very much about whether we compare ourselves with, am I as good a singer as Beyonce? No. Can I sing? Yes. Have I got as much money as Bill Gates? Probably not. Yeah. Have I got more money than someone who's penniless? Probably. So where your focus ends up indicating whether we are grateful for what we have or we keep seeing what we don't have. But gratitude is a gateway to a much calmer, happier place, which I wish for you. And it's a great place that fits with a growth mindset. You can be grateful for what you've got and still look to improve. So you can combine those two mindsets to make your life better. So if you liked this video, found it useful, you know what to do, much appreciated. And any questions, put them in the comments and subscribe to the channel for more tips like